Jasiri lovers, how are you on a rainy Friday morning? I'm so guffed and excited about today's show. If you want to see why we're all looking ready for an Owambe, please, oh please, head over to our social media timelines. We are at News Central TV and get prepared because what? It's indeed a hot topic special because our guest is hot and not just hot, but hot adding with the Steeze. I see you, HOP, I see you. If you know, you know. If you don't, you will soon find out. Please do that thing again.
No,
you know
I say, how can we be looking like this?
You understand? Hello. Hello.
At this point, if I
Move my head too much, something's gonna fall off. I'm just gonna stay focused. It's not because I want to. Stay straight and mind my business.
But we're gonna keep things moving quite quickly because we have something really special happening, and we've told you if you don't know, you will soon know. But you need to know. Go to our social media timelines at News Central TV for all the gist and what's coming. Oh, mother, daddy.
Listen.
Their father.
But before we go into what's coming, right? And I know we're all pumped up about the guest. Everybody wants to know who this guest is, but take a chill pill, okay? Let's talk about Nigeria a little bit. Let's talk about the Nigerian experience. So ladies, we're gonna do a quick exercise, right? I want you to put your finger up if you've done any of these things I'm about to mention. Are you ready?
Let's go.
We're ready. So put a finger up if you have ever spent longer than 3 hours in traffic. Oh, wow.
A finger, Catherine. Finger. Instructions.
Okay, put a finger up if you've ever experienced road rage. Either you are the receiver of the cuss or the...
Cussy?
Or the cusser or the cussy.
To show you how
that's how your mouth is not going to match.
Especially while I'm praying. Put a finger up if you've ever had a main job, a side hustle, or several side hustles.
That's standard.
Ever had? I mean, we still have. Put a finger up if you've ever experienced the fact that when it rains, NEPA has taken the lights, or PHCN has taken the lights.
In fact, the light goes before the rain starts. That's how you know sometimes.
Yes, is it ready? Is there even ever light when it's raining?
No, sometimes. But when it's really, I've been having lights while it's been raining. I'm like,
and you're worried.
Every 30 seconds, I'm like, when are they going to take? When are they going to take?
Wow.
I'm so not used to it.
Okay, so we all have 4 fingers up.
Yes.
Put a finger up if the food in your fridge or freezer goes bad because NEPA took the light.
I think this
typical Nigerian experience.
Now, wow. Okay. Put a finger up if Nigeria is still shocking you till date. Wow. Yes. Okay. I'm sure.
I'm doing half finger for that one.
Put a finger up if a dispatch rider has ever eaten your food or messed up your delivery. So eating my food, no, but messed up my delivery,
But
yes.
I've heard stories about meats going missing.
I've heard story of one that got there and apologized. Like, he didn't take the food there. He sat down, ate the food, and went there by himself, went to deliver his apology. Yes.
Please, let's continue. Okay.
Put a finger up if you've ever been told, pack, put on your inner light. Anything for the boys?
Put on your light.
Pull over. We even have a song for that. What are you saying? Put a finger up if Taylor has ever given you story.
Hey, can I put 3 fingers up?
Is everybody's life story the same?
Yes. But
I'm giving story as a Taylor.
Artisan.
She said she has given story.
She's been giving Lolo story.
So you should give 2 fingers. You should put 2 fingers up.
In fact, just come and raise your leg.
No, okay, so lastly, put a finger up if any artisan has disappointed you before.
Oh, Lord.
Is our experience
Are we in Lagos?
shared?
Yes.
We are in the same
What?
WhatsApp group. We are all Nigerians.
Really?
I'm proud of y'all.
So, but I think let's talk. The traffic one might be a bit more Lagos. That's a very Lagos thing because where else in this country
Actually, that's true.
are you spending 3 hours in traffic? Unless it's maybe interstate. It's happened to me like major holiday, public holiday. You're traveling. That might happen interstate. But besides Lagos, 3 hours in traffic. Where else?
Ibadan,
Abuja.
Yes, but
let's not lie.
But it's when something has either
necessary-
happened
okay.
or is happening. Like it won't
Or
just
road construction,
Or road
Sha.
construction.
Yeah.
It won't just be traffic. You know, because Lagos traffic is a different animal. It's a different
Is
system.
it?
Absolutely.
There's
There's a
spirit on its
behind
own.
Lagos
I'm
traffic.
telling you.
Because you will get to the front and you'll be like, what caused this traffic?
Do you know that sometimes it's 2 women
Eh?
that did not hit each other, but they cannot accept that
Why is
they
it
would
2
not live there
women?
with that? No, I'm serious. Like that's the experience I've had. Like there was one that the women almost hit each other. They didn't hit each other, and then they came down and started fighting.
My experience has been usually men
I'm not even joking.
that they refuse to give way for each other.
Yes.
I don't.
I know
There's
Nigerians
that
just give
too.
them curve and just be going.
That's
where's the space now?
You will curve yourself, and that's why smaller cars. You see, when we had those
Picanto.
oh my God, and people will be annoyed because you can meander and maneuver.
Yeah.
You will just be going with your.
And you leave everybody behind.
You will find a way.
Now
to
it's
go.
those hill ride cabs. They use those Suzuki ones.
Yes,
Those really
small,
tiny
ones. Yeah.
it's like the bigger brother of Keke.
And we need to ask ourselves about this road rage thing. What takes over you guys? Because there's a point where I'm driving on my own, the road is free, you're slow, there's a car on this lane, I overtake you. You're mad that I overtake you. You now catch up because I'm a speed demon. You catch up with me, then you enter my front and then slam the brakes.
Yes.
But thankfully I don't hit you. And I'm like, what? She won't let that already.
And then they
why
come
are people so is it that you want to take the road home with you? Are you the only person on the road?
And sometimes
Move
you
over.
don't want to say anything, but have you ever had maybe a fight or an argument and you get home and you're pissed that you didn't say anything?
Yes.
Oh, you're so angry that why did you say, we're ready,
And you're looking for a way to channel that anger because where do I put it? I should have.
You start talking to yourself.
Yeah.
You start in the shower.
You start having long conversations with yourself.
You're in the shower
said
thinking,
this.
I should have done this.
There was a day that someone did that to me, and I did not I was like, I'm not going to answer you today. And then I saw from the side of my eye, I was saying, Waka, you did good. And then when you went, I'm like, I will not answer you. I won't answer you because you're stupid.
I made a commitment. So one, ladies out there, especially ladies, don't let your significant others teach you how to drive. It got so bad one time. I parked. I said, Oga, come and drive this. Either you drive or I enter cab and go. You cannot. It was fight. Auntie, do you not see the road? I'm like, you're giving me hypertension. Please go to a professional or somebody that you're not involved with. Don't let your man teach you how to drive. But I said, I'm not going to be like all these Lagos drivers.
Has your brother ever taught you how to drive?
You see? I'm not going to cuss people
That is
out.
worse.
I'm not going to do something.
I remember
I entered road within the first week.
Yeah.
My Christian upbringing went out the door.
So let me tell you my sister's story. It was her boyfriend at the time that was teaching her how to drive, and they would go. That's how we were living in Festac. We would go on the road small. So one day they're driving. He's driving. We get on Terminal Bridge. He parks the car.
That she should come and drive.
And she's like, "You better drive." Say, eh?
Uh-huh.
So if you like, drive us off the bridge. If you like, drive us inside the water.
Right? It's water.
But you remove this car.
Do you know that before? So when my brother was teaching me how to drive, when he was teaching me how to drive, our office was in VI then, and then I drove successfully from the house on the mainland to the island to the office. So there's this, Tolu knows it's this thing where when you park just in front of it, that I don't know if it's a barricade or something, and then I got there and it's like, good job. So now press brake, and then I just accelerated.
You hit the barricade.
I hit and almost entered. Till now, those security guys are like, should we run away from it? He's like, and then I hit accelerate, and I didn't release it. I was shouting Jesus, and the tire is like, remove your leg now. When we got home, because it was his car at the time, we got home, he said, let's go and drive. I was like, oh, he's so loving, like he's not even... And then he took me to, somewhere around the express, not too busy road, and he said, I drove, and then he said, okay, calm down now. And then I came down and he entered. He's like, okay, so stand there and be following me. So be looking at the difference between brake and accelerate. I followed him for 30 minutes on express. I was following him. And he said, are you looking at me? I'm looking at my, I can see it. Look at the leg, brake, accelerate, brake. Do you know when I got my car? Till now, he says he's waiting for me to. He says, so you can hit my car, but you're comfortably not having accident with your car?
Close my mouth.
If your brother teaches you how to drive.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
Lolo did not choose us this morning.
Actually.
She chose our guest.
We've always said it.
So when we come back from this break, we will introduce Lolo and then our special guest. Please stick around. This is Jasiri on a O1 Bet Friday. Yeah! Let's go. Welcome back to the show. Now, our guest is in the studio with us, and he is definitely bringing the Steeze. Didn't disappoint at all. This is a special Jasiri Hot Topics special. But of course, before we get into it, let's let you know who's in the studio. And we're bringing the one, the only, the ambassador of Steeze. And Lolo had to
You imagine Lolo.
Lolo had to give you one.
I'm sorry, but please sit down majestically.
Have a seat.
Lolo. You took this far today.
Are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable.
Sit down.
Feel the steeze.
The Jebu girl that I am.
I was telling you people that we should pray for Lolo today.
You do not know, in case you don't know, I'm Ijebu. I'm from Ijebu.
Right,
I schooled in Ijebu.
Otilo.
You know. Oh my God.
Please, have you ever heard Lolo speak so much? Use one word, Ijebu, in
I've never heard that much from her.
So let's do this properly, ladies and gentlemen. It is, of course, our honor to welcome a very distinguished gentleman who recently stole the show at the prestigious Ojude Oba Festival in Ogun State. He's the managing director of NG Clearing Limited, a former member of the Derivatives Product Advisory Committee of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and the current ambassador and king of stocks.
Hey!
Farooq Oreagba, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us, so by the way, just so you know, no, I'm sorry. But just so you know, this is not how we dress. This is for you.
Apparently so. I'm honored, I'm privileged. Look at it, I'm surrounded by
This is how King Solomon must have felt.
Bevy of beauty.
beautiful women.
You are indeed blessed, sir.
Otilo say I'm blessed.
Let's get the questions, because this thing will just happen.
No, when I saw him sitting, honestly, I couldn't stop gushing. You know, I know because I'm
Why were you
Ijebu.
gushing?
Hey, God,
No, I know
because
because I'm
Wait, again, we need to
Ijebu.
start counting.
You see?
5.
I've heard that Ijebu men are very stylish.
6.
And they smell nice. But the only thing is that they're very selfish. They think they dress themselves more than any other thing.
Not me.
You dress the
Is that not why he's here?
company.
So we don't
No, like my
mind.
dad. My dad would totally hide his clothes for events.
Lolo, please, let's talk.
And his wife.
Lolo, please, let's talk. Let's just talk.
Catherine, you have the
Because
first question.
God knows. Before I delve into my question, God knows. We all knew. When Lolo came in here, it was as if Lolo was a leaf that had gone to sleep.
Honestly, like what
Suddenly.
changed? Lolo, you were not.
Her eyes are popping. She's gushing. She's done quick videos. Oh my God!
Catherine,
Lolo is awake.
question.
Question, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
I'm gorgeous to find it.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Behave yourself.
Gushing, girl.
I didn't expect. I don't do like this.
Question.
I asked the question.
No, ask the first question to you.
Get yourself together. We already said
Don't
this
worry,
was
I'm
going to
waiting.
happen.
I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, Jazzy, help us.
No, I'm going to ask it. So, sir, how did you first find out you had gone viral? No, seriously.
Seriously?
And how do your DMs look
Now.
Now,
then and now?
It's funny because I was on the horse for 7.5 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
One of my younger brothers, Ojude Oba. So, it's a family thing. So, Ojude is never too far away from me. He normally walks with another brother, Gafar. And we were together, and all of a sudden, Ojude is like, bruv, all in trend. And I'm like, now my phone had been buzzing, but I'm not going to pick up a phone while I'm on horseback.
yes.
Brovy, what in trend? Next was like, bro, what am I going to blow internet? And I'm like, I didn't, it's only when I got off the horse at about 7:30 at night, then people were like, look at this, that shot, that one, that shot. I didn't know what I'd let myself in for. And then it just went. And then we had a party that night at the house in Ijebu, and it was like, this one, that's one. Then I looked at my Instagram page, which is a private page. Invites, request to follow. And I'm still not there yet. So, guys, I know I'm slow. I'm just, I have a normal day-to-day job.
Yes, you do.
So I can't just sit down and, and it's funny, the family called me and said, listen, do you want to be an internet star? Or do you want to be a banker? Do you want to do... I said, well, it's very important you keep your feet on the ground.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes if you live by it, they will bring you down in due course. So I said, I have a 9 to 5. So they said, in which case, rather than just open up because if I wanted to go the media route, I'll just open up get 10 million. And then because it didn't help when Whiskey started dropping pictures of me and him. So, he's got 50 million followers. So all of a sudden I was like, should I? They said, well, if you open it up, just know that your life is no longer your own.
Yes, we own you partly.
You own me anyway.
Things are happening.
So I learned on the day, but it's only afterwards I realized the extent. Day one, we thought it was going to die. That was Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I went into a mall. In Lagos, I got mobbed. Security had to get me out.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the video of me in my office. There's a video of trending. I've been working in the same office. I wear a suit. Oh. I walk into my office. There's about 20 floors in the building, several offices in the building.
Yeah.
So there's a bank of lifts. You stand, you press your floor. Everybody. I get to my floor. This is where I've been working, where I was on Thursday, Friday, before Tuesday morning. I come out of the lift. Excuse me. And they're like, excuse me, sir. What are you doing here?
I work here.
It's viral. You say. I said, I work there. There's my office. Then she zooms. Oh my God, NG clearing. I said, this is my problem. So we took the photos. Now to get out of the office
is another issue.
Almost all the floors.
Half an hour.
Wow.
Half an hour. Wow. But I didn't seek it. I embrace it.
Yeah.
Try and utilize it for some courses that are very dear to my heart.
Yes, we're going to get into that.
Particularly the cancer thing.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm enjoying it, but it can be sometimes
too much.
It could be if you allow it to be.
Yeah.
As I walked in here, I switched off my phones. I gave it to one of your colleagues. I'm not interested. When I get there, I'll see missed calls. The ones that I know, I'll respond to. I'm still struggling to, 20,000. I mean, I've got messages and all kinds of stuff.
He knows how long it took me to track him down.
This woman is a persistent woman. Jesus Christ.
What I want.
Really?
I tracked. Oh my goodness.
When Tolu came and said she's gotten Mr. Steeze.
You should have seen.
See the way we scream. She didn't even call anybody. She didn't even say it like outright.
Yeah,
she just said, "So, ladies, tomorrow is an."
No, I said their daddy is coming.
No. She said you said tomorrow is dress up day, and I just shouted, "It's
So I want to move forward because you've answered our next question, which was like how your life has changed. So I can just imagine wanting to go to the mall to pick up a few things, and you're mobbed. And I saw somebody recently who sort of gave like a message to you. He sent it in Yoruba. I don't know if anybody has shown
about the wives?
No, not about the wives, about the warning that these children on Twitter, the same way they pick you up,
Absolutely.
the same way they bring you down.
It's funny because I'm going to be 58 next month. I've never ever envisaged women using me as their DPs on WhatsApp. Apparently, there's a lot of them, and
you don't know that you're the daddy now.
but
they're the prom zaddy.
I'm the zaddy, and that zaddy means you are dropping cash.
No, you don't want to be the zaddy.
What's my own with small girls now?
It's only mature girls.
Why did you do like
Gen Z?
Tolu, I'm sorry, I want to switch
Tolu,
my seat
on
because
this
I think it's
table,
very
you do
convenient
not
to do like
qualify.
this.
Only 2 of us qualify on this table, minus the Gen Z.
I don't qualify.
Of course you do
said
not.
small girls, you did not hear.
Small girl.
Okay, so I want to go to the Ojude Oba festival because when we're doing some research on it, in the past few years with the guys who've been taking the pictures, it has blown.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pictures are vibrant, they're beautiful, they draw the eye, and it's really helped to, show Yoruba culture in a different way. But it's also put men like you in the forefront, fashionable men, So tell us, how do these decisions get made about the actual K, what the group is going to wear, what the groups or associations that take part in? You're riding a horse, that means you're from a horse riding family that has a horse riding history.
Yes.
Like all of this stuff, sort of take us through it.
I'll tell you my bit with the Ojude. Now, you have the age groups the Egbes. I am one of those people that has refused to join an Egbe. It takes a lot. I go to Ijebu. I have a home in Ijebu. I live in Lagos, but I go home regularly. I refuse to join an Egbe. However, His Royal Highness Kabiyesi Awujale also formed his own little group called the Heritage Group. It cuts across all ages. It's just people, and he particularly targeted certain people that, you know what, come tonight, come to Ijebu. If you don't want to join an Egbe, at least I will drag you into my own. So like our office, our clubhouse, whatever, is in the palace. So, he's our grand patron. So all of a sudden, over the years, the Heritage Group, we have governors, we have former governors, we have bankers, we have educationists, doctors. It's just encompasses everything. So I've been going to that. So I refuse to do the Egbe thing, which is, those colorful people. Yeah. However, I come from a horse riding family. And my grandfather, they used to call him Alaafin, was a notoriously brilliant and controversial. Just to show you, Alaafin was the only guy that refused to get off his horse for Kabiyesi. So, we get up, we go and pay homage, we go up to Kabiyesi. My grandfather never got off his horse. He would sit down there and do his displays while... And back then, we only had one horse rider, that was my grandfather. He died in 1967. Then my uncle, one of my uncles started riding, took up the mantle, just one rider, till about 1984. Then another uncle joined, then we had two. And then let's fast forward to because it's a very expensive venture.
Yeah, looks like it.
Fast forward to the 2000s, then, Aman Sari Eshin, you run with the horses,
Yes.
I never used to ride, but I was holding my uncle's horses and, you dress. And it's such a wonderful event, brings, you see your relatives, mommy, you see relatives you've never met, you meet the family.
Yeah.
On a good day, the Oreagba, when we move now, we move at least 100 strong.
100 horses?
No, 100
men.
entourage.
Okay, members.
We have traditional drummers. We have brass bands. This year we came out, I think we were 15. We had 15 horses.
All in the family. Wow.
Yeah. So it's now the economic capacity of within my own family. It's so vast. We've got guys who've got no jobs. So this now comes into what you're asking, how do we choose?
Yeah.
Because we all got to wear the same thing. So if you go and choose something that is too expensive for everybody, well, half the guys who are supposed to ride horses won't be able to ride horses because they don't have the clothes. So but as we speak, I know that my family members are they've done their committee.
For next year.
Started.
You're joking.
Wow.
Because some people have to save from now till next year.
But I have to ask you, sir, because we
Skip
look at...
this, sir.
Lolo is done.
You can call,
Lolo is done.
you can call me rookie.
Call you what?
Rookie.
Yeah. Let
Can we all call you Rookie?
Of course you can.
Rookie. I'm from Ijebu, and a lot of times in Nigeria, we are in deficit of our tourism. There's so many exportable things. Like from the time I was in school, Ojude Oba has been ranking like a yearly festival and has continued.
And it's getting bigger.
And it's getting
Absolutely.
bigger and nicer and wider, more flamboyant every year. But what can the state do to make it like a talk of everybody goes to Brazil.
A tourism destination.
A tourism destination that everybody can plan every year to fly from all over the world just to see Ojude Oba. What can they do to make it louder?
Very simple. You've been to Ijebu. We have 2 flyovers. That's it. Come off that main road, all the roads are untarred, extremely bad. And also because, like this year, it fell in the rainy season. So you can imagine what happened. It's very simple. I've been approached by a state, not Ogun State, believe it or not, to be their tourism ambassador.
After all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not Ogun
But
State.
not Ogun State.
Do you need a manager?
Wow.
No, my governor has been extremely supportive of me even before Ojude Oba. He's a personal friend, and he, you know, if I need access, I can get it. He's a good man. But the reality of it is, if you're going to attract people, you need the infrastructure.
Yep.
The Shagamu-Ijebode Road is an eyesore. It's full of potholes. That's a security risk. That is, it's a pain that nobody, you know, if you're going for a festival, you want to go there in comfort, not zigzagging.
Yeah.
So you need accessibility. You know, accessibility to the venue or your destination, which means basically we need to fix the roads. We need infrastructure. I think, to the best of my knowledge, we have 2 or 3 decent hotels. Wow. We can get around that because people can start doing things like Airbnb and, you know, like I know for next year, I've already, as we speak, I know I'm not staying in my house because I've already had 10 people have told me we are coming. So I'm going to go fix my house, touch it up, and my guests will stay there. I'll go and sleep somewhere else.
Please, we might need to add to that number. We'll be 14, ladies.
That I won't be in that Ojude Oba. I don't know.
So you need to provide accommodation.
Yeah.
Hospitality, and then most importantly, I mean, Ojude Oba can be very rowdy. And it is also, you know, because the Egbes do their fashion show, when you had, I mean, there must be at least 40 Egbes now, because I know my uncle is in an Egbe and he's 82. So, and it's it's like the Egbes range for 2 years. So, but there'll be those who are born in 1966 to 1968, 1969 to 1971. And I know my uncle was born in 1942. So you're looking at least 40 Egbes that are in existence. And they're going to do a fashion show. So it's now getting to be more of a drag. You know, you're going to, even Kabiyesi left early this year. Because you're not going to, well, if there's 5 Egbes, you know, 2 hours, you're done.
Yeah.
Now you got 40 Egbes and they're going to do the fashion show. The men are going to do their own fashion show. The women are going to do so I think it starts about 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, last year, not this year, 2023, I was on horseback waiting outside for an hour and a half to actually get into that arena. And
it's a small arena. I finally saw the drone picture of it.
But it was built, that was built by Globe, specifically for this. We normally go into the Kabiyesi's palace. But it has gotten so big, even the palace cannot contain. So what they then did was they built this, it's like TBS, the mini TBS, opposite the palace. It is only used for one thing.
Once a year.
Once a year. It's locked now, and it ain't going to be opened until Ojude Oba next year. So it's getting bigger and bigger. So better organization is also needed. So infrastructure, roads, accommodation, better organization, and better publicity. Well,
you already your publicity. No,
we don't even need to. I mean, I was going to talk about what the pictures are doing in terms of publicity, but we'll go on a short break. Zaddy Rookie is still here, and the Steeze is hot. After the break, we have another special guest joining us. You don't want to miss it. I mean, if we're happy to say that by now, then something is wrong with you. Stay with us. Jasiri comes back shortly.
All right, guys, welcome back to Jasiri. Jasiri is Jasiriing. Honestly. Damn it. It had to enter. Joining us via Zoom is Fola Stag, the photographer behind the brilliant shots that effortlessly, and I mean effortlessly, showcase the steeze of Mr. Farooq Oreagba and the vibrancy and the beauty of the Ojude Oba Festival. Fola!
We love it. Unfortunately, you were on mute when he saw you during the break. He started shouting. It was amazing. So, Fola, let's quickly go to this, because this is a question I prepped for you. Like, take us to that moment when your lens landed on Mr. Oreagba. What caught your attention? Like, he's Zaddy Rookie now, but come on.
Man, I'm a big fan of tattoos, first of all. And many times I usually get like temporary designs on my arm to look at what will fit me. And immediately I saw it and I was like, man, this is good looking. I want to photograph this, all right? And because you don't get to see older people like that in that kind of outfit, in that kind of look every time.
Yeah.
So I was like, this one, I will die on this matter. While I was making videos with my left hand and then I was shooting with my right hand, I was trying to, because it was crowded, honestly, it was very crowded, people were everywhere. So I was just trying to push my way through and, I think I had some small platform to stand on and I was able to get like closer shots of his arms, of his shades and make sure that the details are there because I was like, this one will not go scot-free. For me.
You did a fantastic job. You did an amazing job with your work.
Photographers, I always ask that. It's a different thing when photographers take portraits and when they take nature. They're two different vibes. How do you feel in that space? Because for a photographer, it's like an art piece in front of you. How are you able to focus and you don't just take pictures, I have seen your pictures, and you take the essence of the people. That woman with the D&G glass, I'm like, share this, me mugging, like,
Do you know her by chance?
No, I don't.
There's so many people, really.
Did you think that at that time, this photograph or the photographs that you took would have such an impact on everybody?
Yeah.
To be honest, I just do things with an open mind because I went there to play, have fun. It is something I do every year. It is something I attend every year. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go and play and do my thing as usual and then share the images with people online as much as possible. And of which to an extent, I feel like I am a selfish artist because I don't get to post everything I take at that, at the old festival.
Okay,
but, I just had an open mind, basically. I just had an open mind.
I'm following your idea right now.
But before you go, has he impacted your bank account? Because you must be sought after.
I want to ask Mr. because when I spoke to him yesterday, he said you guys have only spoken. You haven't seen. Now you're seeing him. What do you want to say from him?
We spoke we're on a video call on Sunday, right? After I finished in the studio. And I said to him, I said, my guy, you have changed my life. Absolutely. And he said, I've changed his life too. Because I didn't expect it. I appreciate you. We're now chatting. We've shared numbers. We're on WhatsApp together now.
Yes.
If good come, we go share them.
Absolutely.
And if bad come, the owners go carry them. But no, it's very important. I mean, I need to recognize him, and I said it before. It wasn't me. I've done this for the last 15 years.
Wow.
This man, it was a perfect storm. This chap here nailed it one time. And
thank you so much.
And as they say, the rest is history.
Fola,
bye.
When the endorsement starts coming in,
thank you.
His manager.
Fola, I want to also ask about Ojude Oba. He's talked about the fact that he's been there for 15 years. I think you also, your part Ijebu as well, spent some of your early years in Ijebu as well. What does the festival mean to you? Why is it so special? Now, seeing it on this international stage, I mean, these pictures went global. What does that really mean for you and even the future of Ojude Oba as well?
I think that morning, I put out a tweet. I was like, I put out some pictures and my caption was Ijebu's Met Gala. Although some people came for me, I was like, no, you don't do that and all of that. But in the real sense, what I meant was we are going to get to that point. Do you understand? I see the future getting to that point, how flamboyant Met Gala is, how people talk about it every time, how celebrities coming through. Do you understand? So I feel like for me, I've seen it over the years and I've seen the growth. I've seen how the colors became more vibrant. I've seen how the music became more vibrant. More people talk about it. So for me, I'm like, it's going to get to that point. It is definitely going to get to that point at this rate, in fact.
Look at that.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for those pictures of Zaddy Rookie. I mean, we can't get over it. Thank you so much.
I would also like to add, can I also add that road matter is very, very essential.
Yeah.
It is very, very essential because I left for Ijebu the day before. I needed to link up with some family members before the whole thing, and then all the roads were bad. They were bad. In fact, on my way back to Lagos, I had to tow my car back to Lagos because I see shaggy. So while the picture was going crazy, I was inside the towing van, So yeah, I think that is very, very essential if we want to see more success of the Ojude Oba.
Yeah, absolutely. Fola, thank you so much. You're going to be here with us on the table sometime
so
soon.
much.
We'll talk about that.
Thank you so much.
Bye. I loved it. Oh, man. But you know, Fola mentioned tattoos. And I remember when you went viral, some people were referencing a video where you had talked about your cancer journey, which you're going to move into. And you didn't have tattoos then. And they were like, oh, no, the tattoos are fake. It's just a sleeve he's wearing. So, excuse me, can we do like this? No.
The tattoos go all the way.
Wow.
Well, I had tattoos.
When did they come into play?
I had tattoos.
They go all the way.
Yeah. There's Jamal.
If you touch his hand.
There's Jamal. I have 3 sons.
Okay.
So there's my first son, Jamal. My second son is Kahil. So those were there. I did those in Cape Town in 2010.
After the diagnosis or before?
Before.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a rebel. I'm a very controversial character. So I have a Black Panther.
Wow.
So initially in 2010, I had my 2 sons' names and a Black Panther. That was it. In 2012, my 3rd son was born, Amir. And Amir was born on the 26th of January 2012. And if you Google it, it will tell you that it was the year of the Chinese water dragon, right? Yeah. I don't choose those. So, Amir, I've got a water dragon. I got a dragon here.
Wow.
So that's my 3rd son. So that was 2012, before cancer. But if you notice, when I wear short sleeves, they're covered.
They're covered.
So when I was talking about that interview, when I was
they were there.
They were
but you
there.
couldn't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you go back, just to show you how controversial I am, no one's ever spoken about the shirt I was wearing at the interview. If you look closely, it says Awala Tobe.
Wow.
It's actually on there, So and the guy was, the guy who interviewed me, Opio.
No, sorry.
He childhood friend of mine. He was amazed at my attitude to life.
Yeah.
And she said, "Come on the show." So that was there. Then I discovered I had cancer. It was. But God has these things. I was diagnosed. I did my test on the 3rd of January 2014. I was told I had cancer. I had my transplant on the 15th of August 2014.
Bone marrow?
Yeah. And I went into remission on the 3rd of February 2015.
And you've been in remission since?
Yeah.
You've been in remission since 2015?
Yeah. But look at the dates. It was 1 year from the day I did my test to the day I did another test. It wasn't 367 days. It wasn't 300 days. 3rd of February to 3rd of February.
No.
Now, that's weird.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you start to think, what a coincidence. After I went into remission, because there's no permanent cure. So I took the option to continue with chemo. And I did chemo for another 8 years. I stopped chemo August 2022. And the only reason I stopped chemo was because cancer wasn't going to kill me. The chemo was going to kill me because I had no immune system. Chemo kills your immune system.
Everything.
So you sneeze, I catch pneumonia. You eat something, I go to my usual booker, I end up with a running stomach or vomiting, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they were, listen, dude, you seem strong. I took up my charity initiatives. I run marathons to raise money for different causes. Wow. Cancer awareness, I'm doing one for Parkinson's on this coming Saturday, tomorrow. You appreciate life. So when the tattoos started coming in, I was sitting down doing nothing. Certain things happened. Then I think I did this one first, of all the new ones.
What does he say?
Now, if you can read that. Your staff have seen it, your colleagues have seen it, but
I'm sure.
I can't see it.
I can't. I can't see it. I could give it a try.
Just tell
but
us.
Tell us.
Our.
only God can judge me. Now look carefully. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Only God can judge
Now
me.
come out when you've told.
Now,
Do you know it?
can you see this?
Now I can see it.
Now watch this. Turn it the other way around, and it still reads the same thing.
Yeah.
Only God can judge me.
me.
So it reads like that. Only God can judge me.
And it reads the
And
other
if
way.
I turn it round,
That's a talented artist.
Only-
That's the talented
How?
artist.
it took 6 months to get each letter and
Where did you get it done?
And don't you
Johannesburg.
feel
It's not here.
pain?
it's pain, no. So I started with that because also I noticed that at the time I was having to inject myself. When I just started the chemo, my skin was a bit. I was reacting. So I initially thought, you know what, I'm going to cover it. That was my excuse. But so I did that, and then each one has a meaning. We can go into that. I mean, this is a design. This was
But the other one looks Maori.
It is.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So when my son stops there, then my friends started to disappear because, I left the stock exchange. I was a very high flyer back in the day. Then I left and I went to work for a South African bank, and I headed a bank in South Africa, but no one knew what I was doing. They probably thought I was dying. But during the cancer period, I lost, I'd say, 80% of my circle of friends. But actually, they weren't my friends.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought they were my friends,
Yeah.
but they
You
weren't
found
my
out they
friends.
weren't, yeah.
So now I had a group of friends who have always been there for me, and those are my ride or die crew.
Yeah.
So
I remember what you said on the phone.
I'm a I have my ride or die crew there. And then also while I was doing chemo, because I used to play rugby back in the day, I was in South Africa. I used to go to the gym because when you do chemo and you're taking steroids, I used to inject myself with steroids. It makes you bulk up. So I started working out. And then one day, the best rugby team in the whole world is the New Zealand team. I'm sorry, I had to put that in.
Don't let them catch
All Blacks, I used to go to a gym, and then the All Blacks came to South Africa to play against South Africa. And they normally shut the gym, like, okay, all the superstars are, so sorry, the gym is closed today because Nigerian football team is playing or Brazil.
Yeah.
And they knew my story, and they said, Farooq, you can keep using the gym. So all of a sudden, I'm in a gym. I got photos everywhere. I'm in a gym, and all my rugby heroes are training. I mean, those guys are not normal. They were doing stuff like, all these guys. They were lifting these cameras with their little fingers. And they were very moved by my story. They were like, who is that guy that's in the gym? And the staff said, just leave him. And they were like, oh. So we took pictures. They gave me tickets to the game. After the game, they gave me a pair of rugby boots. One of the players gave me his boots. And one of them had the tats. So in honor of my New Zealand heroes, I got a Maori tattoo.
Oh,
You didn't get it the traditional way.
No, but this took 10 hours.
Wow.
This bit from here to here took 10 hours. We did 7 hours the first day. I was bleeding so much. And then I went back the following day, another 3 hours. And then I got this one done. And, I might do my legs next, but we'll talk about it.
Are we still going to hear more?
I just want to quick, because it felt like you let loose with the tats,
Yes.
Would you say that was a coping mechanism?
Yes. I went through a phase where I really didn't give a. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't know, there's so many emotions. And that's why I do a lot of cancer counseling now, because being diagnosed with cancer messes your head.
Yeah.
Everything you've worked for.
Yeah.
My husband is going to marry another wife now when I die. My wife is going to run off with some of my children. It's a total
Brain.
So, and you cope up for it in different ways. And, I lashed out at certain people, because I hated them. Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? But over time, you sort of accept it and you look for the positives in life. But it also means that you really don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Which is why I have this one. I live each day as it were my last, so don't judge me. Carpe diem. So I was conscious of the fact that I'm a corporate. And I think that's what's tripping most people. There are not many executives who have tattoos or show that they have tattoos.
Absolutely.
And when I wear a suit, you know, it's covered.
Yeah.
And what I do at the weekends and at night is no one's business.
I love it.
That's when Farooq goes to bed and Rookie comes out.
So we know when to catch Zaddy.
Wow.
Honestly,
I'm upset the show's over.
no, honestly, I'm very upset the show is over. Sadly, our time is up and we have to go.
Can we do a sequel?
Can we do
A big thank you to our special guest, the King of Steeze, Mr.
Thank you.
Farooq Oreagba.
Thank you, ladies.
And the man who captured the moment, that is Fola Stag, for joining us today. I want to ask if you enjoyed yourself. But you did! This is Jasiri.
I had a great time. I'd love to
Did you
come back.
enjoy yourself or did you have fun?
Oh my!
I love this. Thank you.
Honestly, we've always had an amazing time on the show. It's always a pleasure to be on set with you ladies. And we're wishing you an amazing weekend. Trust us on Monday. We'll give you catch up on everything that you missed from
Including
Friday
this one.
Yes.
to Monday.
And the fact that what to do on the weekend and at night is nobody's business.
Thank you so